Welcome to Mudstacle TV. We're here in Copenhagen this week where we're checking out Toughest, one of Europe's biggest growing obstacle races. Their obstacles are incredible. Just looking around me, I'm currently in the middle of the Platinum rig. Over the back there we've got their dragon back. We'll also be checking out the front runners in the main race tomorrow. We'll be following around John Albon and we'll be talking to the event directors about their plans for travelling around the world with their races, particularly the OCR World Championships and also coming to London next year. Will they be bringing all these obstacles over? Stay tuned to find out.
That's hard.
Well, we've seen hang tough rigs before, but I doubt you've seen anything like this. Check it out, 40 rings to get across this. This is going to be quite a challenge. I'm not sure anyone's going to make it, but we'll see. If you do fall off the rings here, you'd think that falling into the water and having to swim to the shore is going to be penalty enough. But no, they also add in another penalty forfeit. You also have to swim out to the red buoy over there. That's how they do things here. There's a different penalty loop for every single obstacle, whether it be running to a marker or swimming to a buoy. I think this is a really fair way to go, and it's something that I think other events should look at. It's something that we've done a little bit in the UK. We've seen that Rat Race have got the barrier jumps when you fall off the monkey bars. You'll see that Nuclear have got all the ditches for when you fall off their monkey bars. This is definitely a way to do things where it's easy to marshal. A marshal's going to see whether people have got to a buoy out there and back again. You know, we're not going to have to be counting burpees or something like this. This is the way forward. They proved that it works. Okay, here we are at the swing walk, which is a really great example of how Toughest use lanes at their obstacles. You'll see at quite a lot of them they have a difficult lane and a regular lane. On this one here, as Scott's about to demonstrate, there's a regular lane where there's a bunch of swinging horizontal bars, almost like monkey bars, but facing the opposite direction. But if you want to skip out the next section, you can choose to take the hard lane, which has got a bunch of dangling ropes and dangling poles and whatnot. It's obviously going to be a lot harder. Benefit of doing it is that you get to take a shortcut. So if you chose to take the regular lane, you'll have to take this crawl here before you move on. Whereas if you took the difficult lane, you get to run straight over the hill and move on a little bit quicker.
Hey, my name is Andreas and I'm a project leader and head coach for Toughest. What I do is everything from building up obstacles to doing the course and scouting new terrain. For Toughest, this is our 9th event for this year, and the final is going to be in Gothenburg in 2 weeks. We really aim high and want to be the pinnacle of obstacle course racing.
We've just heard in this last couple of days that you're going to be taking the Dragon back over to the OCR World Champ.
Dragon's back is a unique obstacle, and it was just natural to be part of OCR World Championships.
Are there any technique tips that you have?
Anyone who has made the Dragon's back is probably laughing afterwards. It's quite fearful in the beginning. You're shit scared, and it's just you don't want to make a jump, and then you make it, and you're like, wow, I made it. Yeah. It's a pretty nice feeling.
Tell us about what you're going to be doing in London.
London is going to be awesome. We did a scouting in August. Pippingford is just, it felt like Jurassic Park, and the environment with the hills and there's a lot of water as well. So we're gonna bring it all to London, and I won't reveal anything right now, but it's gonna be awesome.
We've had a good scout of the course now. It is looking amazing. This is obstacle packed. It's going to be super tough. It's going to be a really hard upper body workout. We're going to head off from site now. We're going to come back in the morning and we're going to try and keep up with John Albon and the crew, which is going to be a challenge with cameras, but I think we're up to it. I think we should just about keep up with it. Here's hoping, and if we did manage it, the footage is coming up now. Cool, so here we are sat on a rock with John Albon, the reigning world champion. John, how's it going with Toughest? Are you enjoying racing their races?
Yeah, it's good. It's yeah, what they're doing is kind of unheard of. They're making obstacle racing into a legitimate sport, so yeah, it's been great fun competing in their races. The competition here is sort of like world class, really. In the UK I was never sort of challenged quite as heavily as I am here. I have to push myself in every single race here, so I could have just one bad day where you just fall off one obstacle and that would be it.
But you haven't been beaten yet?
Not yet, no.
Do you think it's coming?
Yeah, I think as the competitiveness rises and I'm more and more likely to have an off day.
I remember when in the early days of UK obstacle racing, people were like, "Oh yeah, John's just a runner. When it comes to the obstacles, you know, he's not any good." You totally proved those people wrong. How are you dealing with these particularly technical obstacles?
I think as obstacle racing develops as a sport, the obstacles are developing as well as I'm developing as an athlete. In a sense, I mean, there was a time when in the Spartan Beast I couldn't do the rope climb, whereas now that's one of the lesser obstacles here. So there's things from the rig to the flying monkey to the 100-metre rings or whatever they've got here. So it's great to see, and it's great that it challenges me as well, so I have to get better.
And how are you feeling about the World Champs?
Yeah, so I'll fly out to Spartan next Thursday, and then I'll race on Saturday, back on Sunday, and then we've got the toughest final in Gothenburg the weekend after that, and then I'm out for the OCR World Championships the weekend after that.
So do you think your biggest competition at particularly the two World Champs in the States, do you think that's going to be Ryan?
Yeah, I think Ryan and Cody in Spartan, especially because Spartan racing, it's big, it's heavy, half the obstacles tend to be carries, which aren't obstacles at all really, and that tends to suit bigger, stronger athletes. And then the fact that it's elevation and I'm going to turn up literally 24 hours before being completely not acclimatised. So I haven't got much hope for Spartan Worlds, but I think I'm going to go and give it 100% and see what happens.
But maybe slightly more optimistic for the OCR World.
I'm looking forward to it. It just depends on the course, doesn't it? Because I mean, one course could suit one athlete one week, another course could suit another athlete another week. So we'll just see how it goes and see what the course is like.
Can you give us any confirmation to the rumours that you might be going to the World's Toughest Mudder this year?
Yeah, I'm going to the World's Toughest Mudder this year.
As a team?
As a team. So myself, Ryan Atkins, Matt Murphy, and another guy that Ryan's recruited for 24 hours of pain and fun. We're going to try for the 100 miles, so we'll see. It's a big paycheck if we do, but even if we don't, it'll be a lot of fun to go out there and take part, run with Ryan and Matt, and learn a lot as well.
And lastly, looking forward to next year. Are you excited about Toughest coming back to your homeland?
Yeah, that should be a lot of fun. Compete in the UK. I think they've got London confirmed now, and people are booking on, and they've got Manchester possibly in the works. So it should be quite a lot of fun to go over and do that and see how the English population handles the toughest obstacles, where they think they're a bit too hard or where they can rise to the challenge. Because the competition and just general public over here take the races by storm, sort of thing, even with this complexity. So we'll just see how the UK people handle it.
We are the prodigy.
Okay, John, another win. How did it go?
Yeah, good. It was a tough day at the office, but I got there in the end, so I'm happy.
Yeah, so what happened there on the flying monkey bars?
Yeah, so I think it was about halfway through, so maybe after 4K. We just come out of like a really sandy back crawl, so my hands were all wet and sandy. Went for the flying monkey, and if anything I did it too well and overshot it, so I hit the bar on my wrist rather than my actual hand, so then dropped, and then the forfeit was kind of harsh. You had to do about 300 metres of running and then under over in the water, so you had to put your head under the water like 5 times. So I think I had about like a 250 metre behind the guy that was then winning, so I had to try and gain that back in the last 4K.
How did it feel trying to gain him over the sand there?
It wasn't too fun. My legs felt a bit empty to be honest. I felt really hungry, but I pushed through and it was okay. So yeah, it takes quite a lot of psychological strength, I guess, to come back in a race like that. So I'm happy with myself.
And no hills here, flat course. So that doesn't necessarily play to your favour. But how about that sand?
Yeah, a lot of like dry sands that really sucks the strength out of your legs, especially after yesterday's sort of hill race. I definitely wasn't feeling strong in the running. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well done.
Thank you very much.
This is Scott Seifert from Mudstacle, coming to you live from toughest Copenhagen. We've been quite lucky here today. We've been able to catch up with Siri, the reigning world champion. So we're just going to ask Siri some questions. So Siri, how did you find the race today?
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh Siri, this just isn't working. Can I speak to you in the flesh?
Interesting question, Scott.
So Siri, how did you find the race today?
I find it very fun. It was a lot of running, but and that doesn't fit me very well. But I'm glad I could place third, so I'm happy.
So you've done quite a few toughest races. What's your favourite toughest obstacle?
Maybe the ramp. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Another toughest question. So if you could run a toughest race in any city in the world, which city would it be?
Maybe New York.
Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? New York toughest. Look, yeah, maybe coming up in 2017. So looking ahead to the World Championships in October, as the reigning world champion, how do you feel going into next month?
I'm looking forward to it very much, and I love that you have to complete every obstacle. That's like they fit me very well, and I think that's the real like competition with the obstacle course when you have to complete obstacles. Yeah.
Excellent. And so the terrain is pretty difficult in at World Champs. A lot of hills and stuff like that. How do you feel about that kind of terrain?
Well, it's tough. Running is tough for me, so but it's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
So another sort of random question, but have you ever had a mixtape made for you?
A mixtape? What's that?
It's when someone who really likes you will put some music onto a tape and then they give it to you.
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'll just take a note of that. Coming back to World Champs, who do you think is your biggest competition this year over there?
I don't know, but I think the competition is going to be really tough, and there's a lot of good girls going there. I know a few of them from Sweden as well, but I think Karin Karlsson is going to do great. Yeah.
Excellent. And when you're not sort of training or running races, what kind of stuff do you like to do?
I like to renovate, so that's my hobby.
So how would your friends describe you with 3 words?
I think kind, happy, and competitive.
Excellent, that's a good mix anyway. So yeah, so well done today. Third was a great result on a really tough course, and we look forward to catching up with you in America for the World Champs.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us here in Copenhagen for Mudstacle TV. We're really excited about the future of Toughest. It really has been a great day here. The obstacle course is amazing. When they come to London, I'm sure they're going to kick ass, so make sure you check them out. See you soon.
Hi Siri, actually there's a few things I forgot to ask you, so I just wanted to know, do you have a boyfriend?
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay, so it sounds like you're single. I wondered if you were interested in kind of going out with a Scottish guy?
Here's what I found on the web for call that sounds. Are you single, Siri? Where are interested in a can have gone out of the Scots guards?
Okay, well, can we just be friends on Facebook? Is that okay?
That's nice. I'd like to be your friend.
Okay, good. She wants to be my friend, so that's cool. I love you, Siri. Siri, I love you. I'll be your friend forever on Facebook. I love you. Do you love me?